My name is Tom Rich and I'm the Vice President of Public Relations for AMP Toastmasters. Toastmasters is a group that helps people to improve their communication skills, especially their public speaking skills. Public speaking is one of the greatest fears that people have. The only way you get over it is to get some instruction and then to get up there and practice. And that's exactly what Toastmasters gives you the opportunity to do. Today, I'm going to tell you what you can expect when you come to a Toastmasters meeting. Not just an AMP Toastmasters meeting, but pretty much any Toastmasters meeting, because they're all fairly similar in their structure. I'm going to tell you about the structure of the meetings. I'm going to tell you about the various roles that you're going to see when you come to the meeting. Then I'm going to tell you how you can become a competent communicator and a competent leader. Now, the structure of AMP Toastmasters meetings has been deemed by some people to be a little rigid and a little intimidating, but don't be intimidated by that structure. It's there for a reason. The whole goal behind the structure is to maximize the speaking opportunities. Give as many people the opportunity to get up and talk as possible. Now, at a well-run Toastmasters meeting, there's only going to be maybe a dozen speaking roles. And at a good-sized group, you're going to have 15 to 20 people attending your meeting. So you really want to maximize those roles, give as many people the opportunity to speak, and that's exactly what the structure of the AMP Toastmasters meetings is meant to do. The next thing I want to talk about is the roles that you're going to see when you come to the meetings. Now, I classify the roles into three categories: major speaking roles, intermediate speaking roles, and supportive speaking roles. The major speaking roles, I consider them to be major because they take some preparation and they're the more time-consuming roles that you're going to see at the meeting. First one I want to talk about is the Toastmaster. The Toastmaster is the MC of the program. The Toastmaster will be up throughout the meeting, calling on the speakers, organizing the meeting, making sure it's going according to flow. At our meetings, the Toastmaster has the opportunity to come up with a theme for the day. And then at the beginning of the meeting, they'll get up, they'll give a 2 to 3 minute talk on the theme for the meeting, and then they'll get into being the MC and introducing people. This is a great role. I think this is one of the best roles you can get at Toastmasters. One, because you get that 2 to 3 minute opportunity to get up and give a short talk, and then because you're up throughout the course of the meeting interjecting and being a part of the meeting. So it's really a great role. The next role I want to talk about is the speaker roles. At our meeting, we schedule 2 speakers. Now, speaking is the heart and soul of the meeting. It's what you're really paying your money for and why you become a Toastmaster. You want that opportunity to get up there and just sweat the bullets. I mean, this is where the rubber meets the road as far as your public speaking skills. A lot of work goes into a speech. First, you have to write the speech out, then you have to rehearse it, and then you have to get up and deliver. And for the most part, the speeches are 5 to 7 minutes. So a lot of work goes into them. The next role that I consider a major role is the evaluator role. Now, evaluation is truly an art form. To evaluate a speaker who's really put their heart and soul into a project and then they get up there and deliver. You really want them to walk away feeling good about what they've done, but you also want to give them a little bit of constructive criticism so they have something to work on for their next meeting, for their next speaking role. So it's a true art form, and I really appreciate people who can do this well. The evaluation itself is a 2 to 3 minute process, so you get a little time up in front of the group. Next, we move on to what I consider the intermediate roles. And these roles can take less preparation time, and they have some meat to them, though. You get some time up in front of the group. The first of those is the table topic, the topic master. And the topic master, or the table topic session of the meeting, is a time when people get to practice their impromptu speaking skills. The topic master will come up with 3 to 5 questions. Nobody in the audience knows what they are. At our meetings, they're based on the theme for the meeting. And then they'll ask members of the audience to answer these questions. The participant will have to give a 2 to 3 minute response. A 1 to 2 minute response for those. And so it's really a time of the meeting that it's a lot of fun. I mean, you'll be shocked at some of the answers that your fellow Toastmasters come up with. It's not unusual for there to be a lot of laughter at this point of the meeting. Really a great portion of the meeting. The next of the intermediary roles I consider to be the general evaluator. Now, the general evaluator is in charge of the evaluation team. So the first thing the general evaluator will do is come up and give a little introduction of how important the evaluation portion of the meeting is. And from there, they'll introduce the speech evaluators. Once each speech evaluator has completed their evaluations, then the general evaluator will come back up and they'll call for reports from their evaluation team, which are members of the supporting roles, which I'll talk about in just a minute. And then once those reports are given, the general evaluator will give a general evaluation of the meeting. They'll talk for a minute or two and tell you what went well at the meeting, what could use some improving. A good role, you get some opportunities to get up and down a couple times and really be a part of the meeting. It's a decent role. And then we get into what I consider the supporting roles. And these are very important roles. They just don't require as much preparation and you don't get as much speaking time. We have the counter, the grammarian, the vote counter, and the timer. And at the beginning of each meeting, the Toastmaster will call on these people and ask them to just tell us a little bit about their roles. It may be 30 seconds or a minute that they talk and tell you what their role is. And then at the end of the meeting, they'll get up and they'll give a report on their roles. So not a lot of floor time and not a lot of preparation, but they're very important roles. The grammarian, the counter, oftentimes speakers don't realize that they're using filler words or using ahs and ums or using grammatical errors. And once they're pointed out, it really gives you the opportunity to correct that and improve your speaking skills dramatically. The next thing I want to talk about is becoming a competent communicator and a competent leader. When you come to Toastmaster, you're going to be given two manuals. First is the Competent Communicator Manual, and the second is the Competent Leader Manual. The Competent Communicator Manual has your first 10 assignments in it, and it's just like climbing a staircase. That first assignment is simply to get up and give a speech. It's called the icebreaker. All they want from you is a 4 to 6 minute talk. It doesn't matter how you get it done. Bring your notes up, read them off the card, stand behind that podium and be frightened and hide, whatever it takes. Just get through that first speech. From there, it builds. The next speech, how to organize your speech. Then how to say it. Then you start working on your body language and vocal variety. By the time you get to 4 or 5 speeches in, you've developed some really nice skills and you're well on your way to becoming a competent communicator. Now the Competent Leader Manual is a great opportunity that Toastmasters offers to develop some leadership skills. There's 10 assignments in there also, and they range from listening to delegating to mentoring. And most of those roles you'll be able to fill just by coming to the meetings and filling the roles you're assigned. There's several things that you have to do that are outside of the role of the meeting, and it's a great opportunity to develop those leadership skills, get that certificate. It's difficult to get those opportunities, and Toastmasters does a great job of offering you those. Now, Toastmasters is a tried and proven method for improving your communication skills. Today, I've talked to you about what you can expect when you come to a Toastmasters meeting, and I hope that makes you feel comfortable in coming. I've talked about the structure. It's not meant to be intimidating. It's meant to maximize those speaking opportunities. I've talked about the various roles that you're going to see when you come in. They're all great roles. You have the major speaking roles, the intermediate speaking roles, and the supporting speaking roles. All contribute greatly to the meetings. And then finally, becoming a competent communicator and a competent leader, really the heart and soul of the program. And if you follow along with that program, it's just like climbing a staircase, and you're well on your way to becoming a competent communicator. I hope this makes you feel comfortable coming to a meeting, and I look forward to seeing you at a Toastmasters meeting soon. Thank you.